Greetings. Welcome to EDTV News Channel, the People's Channel. In this report, I have a few stories for talk about, some shootings and some dropouts and some updates coming out of the parish of Trelawney, St. Catherine, St. Andrew and Kingston, the nation capital. Stay tuned for the full reports. Blessings to all subscribers and viewers. If you're here for the first time, you can support the channel by like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. So we'll start off in the parish of St. Andrew, and this just in. 5 persons shot, 1 fatally and Studio One Boulevard. So we'll get into the police report. The police are now at the scene of a deadly shooting in which 5 persons were shot, 1 fatally and Studio One Boulevard in St. Andrew. The news media understand that a child was also injured in the gun attack. Information reaching the news media is that gunmen opened fire on a public passenger bus around 5 o'clock earlier this evening. According to the Corporate Communication Unit CCU, the injured person had been treated. The deadly shooting has resulted in a gridlock in the area. So this is a developing story, people, and we definitely will have an update on this one. Now, people, we'll move on, this time to the nation capital, Kingston. Man taken out in alleged shootout with soldiers, firearm recovered. So we'll get into the report. A man was shot and taken out, and a firearm along with several rounds of ammunition were seized during a confrontation with members of the Jamaica Defence Force JDF at Bread Lane in Kingston last night. The police have now identified the deceased as 33-year-old Kenil Brown, also known in the street as Dangles, from Bread Lane and Crooked River in Clarendon. Reports indicate that around 10:49 p.m., members of the JDF were on patrol in a service vehicle when they approached the intersection of Charles Street and Bread Lane, where several people had gathered. The soldiers allegedly exited their vehicle when a man dressed in an orange shirt ran into a nearby premises. The soldiers entered the premises where the man reportedly retrieved a firearm from an appliance and pointed it at one of the lawmen. The soldiers subsequently fired 3 rounds in the man's direction, causing him to fall to the ground. The police were later called to the crime scene, where a Taurus GX4 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 3 9mm cartridges was reportedly retrieved. A bag the now deceased man allegedly had in his possession was also searched and found to contain 1.4 magazine with 9.4 cartridges, 1 Pixton walkie-talkie radio, and other contraband. Job well done by the JDF soldiers. Now, people, we'll move on, but still in the nation capital. Cops find rifle in wall during raid at a Kingston home. So we'll get into the report. An illegal firearm was found in the wall of a house on Bryan Street in Craigtown, Kingston 12 on Saturday. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure, the police said. A gruesome turf war has broken out between rival gangs in Craigtown, forcing the police to have increased patrols and regular snap raids in the community. Reports reaching the news media are that around 12:50 p.m., a police team from the Kingston Western Division conducted a snap raid at a premises. During a search, the police said a Springfield rifle with a magazine containing 13.762 live cartridges was found in a black zipper firearm casing bag. The firearm, the police revealed, was inside a wall at the back of the premises. The weapon was seized and later processed. Last week, the police listed 14 men from Craigtown as persons of interest in connection with the ongoing feud. Job well done by the officers. Now, people, we'll move on, this time to the parish of St. Catherine. 2 men detained at the scene of a fatal police operation. So we'll get into the report. 2 suspicious individuals were taken into custody by the police at the dwelling where one other gang member, Zimroy Geddes, and his 2 associates were taken out in a joint police operation on Sunday morning. According to the commander, SSP Optal Nicholson, the men were unable to account for their presence at the crime scene when Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake and a team of officers visited the dwelling. Nicholson stated that the men will be processed to determine if they were involved in any criminal activities. Geddes and his associates, Akil Ailes, 21 of Seaford, St. Thomas, who was wanted for arson and malicious destruction of property, and Jervis Barrett, 33 of Trial Heights, were taken out after allegedly engaging the security forces in a gunfight. 1 officer was also injured in the operation. 3 firearms were also recovered. Now, people, last but not least, we'll head to the parish of Trelawney. Police now identify the victims in tragic Trelawney crash. So we'll get into the report. Police have identified the 4 victims who lost their lives in a fatal collision on the North Coast Highway in the Braco area of Trelawney on Sunday morning. The deceased have now been named as 39-year-old Jody Levi of Brownstown, 32-year-old Sabrina Downey of Discovery Bay, and 19-year-old Anthony Walters of Alexandria, all resident of St. Anne's. The 4th victim is 59-year-old taxi operator Marlon Lyons of a Braco address. The tragedy unfolded when the Toyota Probox taxi driven by Lyons collided in the back of a truck carrying building materials. The impact of the crash was devastating. According to reports, Downey, Lyons, and Walters dropped out instantly on the scene. Levi was rushed to the hospital but succumbed to her injuries while receiving treatment. 3 other passengers from the overloaded taxi are currently hospitalized and receiving medical care. The police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the crash as the community mourns the loss of these individuals in a heartbreaking incidents. Very, very sad story, people. Condolences goes out to all the families affected. So there you have it, people. Please leave your comments in the comment section and tell me what you think. One aim, one God, one destiny. Walk good, talk good, live good. Blessings.